She didn't arrive with a spotlight waiting for her. She didn't step into fame through a red carpet or a reality show introduction. Her rise didn't begin with applause. It began quietly in the modern arena where dreams are built one post at a time, one photo at a time, one bold decision at a time. And today, the name Heavylyn Heavyn is becoming one that fashion lovers and Instagram culture watchers are starting to recognize as more than just a social media handle. Because Heavylyn Heavyn is not simply a fashion influencer. She is a symbol of confidence in a world that constantly tries to shrink people down. Before we dive into her story, if you love discovering powerful model biographies and the journeys behind rising influencers, make sure you support Sweet Models World by liking this video, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we bring them to life. Heavylyn Heavyn's story is one that feels familiar to millions of people across the world, yet still stands out because of the way she turned her ordinary beginning into something extraordinary. In the early stages of her social media journey, she wasn't someone with a global team, professional photographers, and endless fashion sponsorships. She was simply someone with a desire to express herself. Someone who saw fashion not as clothing, but as identity. That difference matters. Because when you treat fashion as identity, you don't just wear outfits. You create moments. You create messages. You create energy. And Heavylyn seemed to understand that instinctively. Each post wasn't just a photo. It was a statement, telling the world, this is who I am today. And when someone dares to show the world who they are without apology, people notice. At first, her content likely blended into the endless stream of Instagram posts that fill timelines every day. A few likes, a few comments, a small but growing audience. But there was something about her presence that began to pull people in. Not just the styling, but the confidence behind it. Not just the look, but the attitude. Because style without confidence is just fabric. And confidence without fear is power. Heavylyn's rise started to take shape when she realized that social media isn't just a place to post pictures. It's a stage. It's a platform. It's a digital runway where the world is watching and where every post has the potential to inspire someone on the other side of the screen. But inspiration isn't built from perfection. It's built from truth. And one thing that made Heavylyn stand out was the way she seemed to carry herself as if she already believed in her own worth, even before the world caught up. That's rare, because most people wait for approval before they start believing in themselves. Heavylyn appeared to do the opposite. She believed first, and the world responded later. In a time when social media often rewards sameness, she embraced individuality. Where others tried to follow the trends perfectly, she brought her own interpretation. Where others played safe, she took risks. And those risks began to define her. The fashion influencer world is not an easy place to rise in. People think it's all beauty and glamour, but behind every polished photo is effort. Behind every styled outfit is planning. Behind every confident pose is a battle with self-doubt, criticism, comparison, and the pressure to constantly create something new. What most people never see is the emotional weight, the silent struggle of staying consistent, the exhaustion of being creative on demand, the fear that your next post won't perform, the worry that people will forget you, the temptation to become someone else just to stay relevant. This is where many creators disappear, but Heavylyn kept going. And that persistence is what separates temporary attention from lasting influence. As her audience grew, she began to evolve into more than someone who simply wore clothes beautifully. She became a personality. She became a brand. She became a digital figure who represented confidence, self-expression, and a certain kind of bold femininity that doesn't ask for permission. That's the kind of energy that builds a loyal following. Because people don't follow influencers only for fashion. They follow them for what they represent. They follow them for the feeling they give. And Heavylyn's presence gives a feeling of strength. Her style speaks with intensity. Her photos carry an attitude that says she knows exactly who she is. And even if her followers don't know every detail about her personal life, they can sense the message in her content. And that message is clear. You don't have to fit into society's box to be beautiful. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to look like everyone else to be admired. In fact, your difference might be the very thing that makes you unforgettable. This is why Heavylyn's name continues to grow, because she represents a new generation of fashion influencers who are not trying to be copies of someone else. They are building their own lane. Her Instagram presence reflects a world of modern fashion aesthetics, a blend of bold looks, confident poses, and a lifestyle image that appeals to people who love style with personality. She doesn't just wear outfits, she performs them. She makes them feel alive. And in the influencer world, that is a major advantage. Because Instagram is not just photography. It's storytelling through visuals. And Heavylyn seems to understand how to turn a single photo into a full narrative. The way she stands, the way she frames her angles, the way she selects outfits, the way she uses lighting and backgrounds, all of it works together like a cinematic scene. She creates a vibe that feels larger than the moment. That's what separates a regular content creator from a fashion influencer with star potential. But what makes her story motivational is not just the aesthetic. It's the mindset behind it. Because confidence is not something people are born with. Confidence is something people build. Confidence is something you earn through struggle. Confidence is what remains when you've been doubted, judged, and underestimated, and you still show up anyway. And that is what Heavylyn's journey represents. A steady climb fueled by self-belief. It's easy to admire influencers when they already have fame, but the real inspiration comes from understanding the process. The days when nobody was watching. The moments when it would have been easier to quit. The times when growth felt slow. Those are the moments that define a person. And if you look at Heavylyn's rise through the lens of a creator's journey, it becomes clear that she likely had to push through every stage of doubt. She had to push through the stage where people didn't take her seriously. She had to push through the stage where her audience was small. She had to push through the stage where every post felt like a risk. She had to push through the stage where the world had not yet validated her vision. And yet she continued, and slowly her online identity began to sharpen. Heavylyn Heavyn became a name associated with fashion influence, a personality tied to confidence, boldness, and unapologetic self-expression. In many ways, her rise mirrors the evolution of Instagram itself. The platform has become a space where people build careers, create brands, and transform their lives. But not everyone succeeds. Not everyone becomes noticed. So, what makes someone like Heavylyn stand out? Consistency, identity, presence. Most people post random content without a clear vision. Heavylyn's content feels intentional. Even when she is simply sharing a photo, there's a message behind it. There's a statement being made. And that statement is, I belong here. In the fashion world, belonging is everything. It is one of the hardest things to achieve because the industry has historically been built on exclusivity. It has always tried to define who is worthy of being seen, who is worthy of being celebrated, who is worthy of being called beautiful. But social media changed that. Instagram gave creators power, and influencers like Heavylyn represent that shift. A new generation that doesn't wait for a fashion gatekeeper to approve them. They approve themselves. They build their own spotlight. They create their own runway, and they invite the world to watch. This is what makes her story cinematic, because it feels like the kind of rise that belongs in a movie. A character who starts with nothing but vision and gradually transforms that vision into reality through dedication. And as her audience continues to grow, her influence expands beyond fashion. Because fashion is never just about clothes. Fashion is about confidence. Fashion is about self-worth. Fashion is about presence. And when someone embodies those things, they become more than an influencer. They become a symbol. Heavylyn's brand reflects that symbolic power. She represents a bold type of femininity that refuses to shrink. A femininity that doesn't hide. A femininity that walks into a room, virtual or physical, and demands attention simply by existing authentically. That kind of energy inspires people. It inspires women who have been told they are too much. It inspires people who have been told to tone it down. It inspires anyone who has ever felt like they had to change themselves to be accepted. Because Heavylyn's image says something simple and strong. You don't have to change to be celebrated. You just have to own who you are. And that's why her story matters. As she grew into the influencer lifestyle, she likely faced the reality that comes with being visible online. Visibility brings opportunity, but it also brings pressure. The more people watch you, the more opinions they form. The more attention you gain, the more criticism follows. That's the price of influence. And yet, the people who truly succeed are not the ones who avoid criticism. They are the ones who outgrow it. Heavylyn's confidence suggests someone who learned how to handle the noise. Someone who learned that not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Someone who learned that your purpose is not to be liked by everyone, but to be authentic enough to attract the right audience. That is a lesson every creator needs. Because on social media, trying to please everyone is a fast way to lose yourself. But Heavylyn's brand doesn't feel like it's trying to please everyone. It feels like it's built for people who appreciate boldness, fashion energy, and confident expression. And that's what makes her audience loyal. Because people don't just follow her for outfits. They follow her because she reminds them of something they want to feel. Fearless, confident, unstoppable. Even if someone is not a model, not an influencer, not a fashion enthusiast, they can still look at her content and feel inspired by the mindset behind it. And that's the real power of influence. Influence is not about clothes. Influence is about impact. It's about making someone on the other side of the screen believe in themselves a little more. It's about giving people permission to be bold. And Heavylyn does that through her presence. As her online name continues to circulate, her identity becomes more recognized in the fashion influencer space. People begin to see her as part of the new wave of Instagram models who are shaping digital culture. She is part of the era where the camera is no longer controlled by agencies alone. The camera is controlled by creators. And creators like Heavylyn are proving that self-made success is not only possible, it's unstoppable when combined with vision. Her story also reflects something deeper about modern success. Success today is not always about being discovered. Sometimes it's about building yourself so loudly that the world has no choice but to notice. And that's exactly what Heavylyn seems to have done. She built her presence. She built her confidence. She built her aesthetic. She built her identity. And slowly, that identity became recognizable. The name Heavylyn Heavyn became more than a username. It became a brand that carries a message of bold self-expression. Now, whether she continues to grow through collaborations, modeling opportunities, lifestyle branding, or business expansion, the foundation is already there. The foundation is influence. The foundation is recognition. The foundation is a loyal audience that sees her as someone worth watching. And in the influencer world, that is the beginning of real power. Because the truth is, the most successful influencers are not just content creators. They are entrepreneurs. They are marketers. They are storytellers. They are brands. And Heavylyn's journey suggests she is building herself into that category. Her future could lead to fashion campaigns, major brand deals, modeling contracts, personal merchandise lines, digital business ventures, or even becoming a face of a movement that celebrates confidence and individuality. But regardless of what direction she chooses, the core of her story remains the same. She took control of her narrative. She refused to be invisible. She used fashion as a tool to express herself. And through that expression, she inspired others. That is the kind of rise that deserves respect. Because it's easy to watch someone's Instagram feed and assume their life is effortless. But behind every strong photo is effort. Behind every confident pose is discipline. Behind every polished post is time. And behind every influencer's rise is a personal battle that nobody sees. Heavylyn's battle was likely the battle of proving to herself that she was worthy before the world agreed. And that is the hardest battle of all. So when people look at her now and see confidence, they should understand that confidence is not an accident. It is built from self-belief repeated daily. It is built from showing up even when you don't feel ready. And that's what makes her story motivational. Because her story reminds us that you don't need a perfect beginning. You don't need a famous last name. You don't need to be chosen by someone powerful. Sometimes, all you need is the courage to start, and the courage to keep going. Heavylyn Heavyn is a reminder that the digital world can be a place where dreams are not only imagined, but built, where creativity becomes currency, where confidence becomes influence, where a single post can be the beginning of a new life. Her story is still unfolding. She is still rising. And the best chapters may still be ahead. But what she has already proven is powerful enough. She has proven that style can be a weapon against insecurity. She has proven that presence can be stronger than criticism. She has proven that self-expression can become a career. And she has proven that the world will notice you when you refuse to hide. And if there's one lesson her journey teaches, it's this. You don't become unstoppable when the world believes in you. You become unstoppable when you believe in yourself. So whether you're watching this as a fan, as an aspiring influencer, or as someone searching for motivation, take this story as a reminder. Your beginning does not define your ending. Your doubts do not define your destiny. And your fear does not define your future. Keep showing up. Keep creating. Keep evolving. Because the world has room for more stories like Heavylyn Heavyn's, stories of boldness, resilience, and self-made confidence. And if you enjoyed this powerful biography, don't forget to support Sweet Models World by liking this video, subscribing, and staying with us. Because here, we bring you the rising icons, the hidden stories, and the journeys that prove dreams are real when you refuse to quit. Heavylyn Heavyn is not just an Instagram fashion influencer. She is a growing symbol of modern confidence. And her story is only getting started.